Hello everybody. So today we are from 36th to 40th questions. Okay. So we'll see what is the 36th question. I just writing that. So 36 to 40 question we are going to see. So the 36th question is how to merge the sub data set to main Adam data set. So this is a important first step in case of Adam. So we have to macrotize this program. So I'll show you how to macrotize the program. So whenever you want to see supplementary data set has having some standard variables. Okay. So anyway the supplementary variable has standard variable as per the implementation guide. So I'll show the implementation guide. Here you can see as per the implementation guide, these are the standard supplementary data set variables. So whenever you saw any supplementary data set, you can find only these variables. These are standard variables: study ID, R domain, use of JID, ID var and ID var val, QRAM and QLabel, QVal and QOrigin and QVal. So now we have to macrotize the program. Okay. So first of all, we have to take our main data set. Later, we have to transpose our supplementary data set and then again remerge to the main data set. This is a concept. Okay. So first, data equal to data 0. Okay. Set. We have to pick from the SGTM data. Here I am picking the SGTM. So we are going to do analysis on the A data set. Okay. Then just run the data set. We have to pick all the variables from the SGTM A dataset. Later, sort the dataset data equal to data 0 by subject wise, and this we have any BDS or any other dataset, we have a sequence variable. So we have to sort the sequence variable wise. Okay, so this first step was done. And now we have to pick the variables from supplementary data set sub A set SGTM folder itself. Supplementary data set was, you can find, sub A. Okay, so we have to create the sequence variable now. So as per this one, so we have ID var and ID var val there, right? So ID var val variable we have to assign here. So here you can see supplementary data set there. So ID var val is a 1, 2, 3, right? So ID var val is a character variable. So we have to convert that into numeric variable because we are going to remerge with this AE sequence wise, and here supplementary ID var val. Okay, so AE sequence is a numeric variable there. So that's why I just converted this into the numeric variable. So AE sequence equal to input of ID var val comma besta. Okay, just run it. We'll see one by one. Now you can see we just created two data sets that are, one is a data 0 is the main data set variables and all the 117 rows and 38 columns, and here sub A containing all the extra information which has not fitted in the main domain. They are created supplementary data set. Now we just created the AE sequence number numeric version. Okay. So now remerge with this one. So how to remerge? Just transpose the data set and remerge here. Remerge to our main data set. Okay. So for that purpose, here also we have to sort the supplementary data set in this way. The same way. Subject and this one. Okay. So now transpose the data set. Back transpose data equal to out equal to. So we are giving some transpose, right? So transpose this one. So what are the automatic variables whenever you use the back transpose procedure? Underscore name underscore label underscore. So we can drop those one. And here the by variables are subject and sequence number, right? So sequence number, ID is the QNAM, okay, and ID label is the Q label. Where is the QVal? Just run it and see. So these are the standard one. So we can use this code too. So here you can see T underscore sub A has these many observations. So all the ID where variable are converted into the column wise. Okay. So these are the observations are converted into column wise variable. Now we are going to remerge to our main data set. Okay. So data. What is our main data set here? Data 0, right? So data 0. We can give AE merge to data 0, and what are the supplementary domain? This one. Okay. So by variables are both the data set having these common variables. And run this. See now. Now we'll get all the variables into one data set. So along these variables, and these are the supplementary domain containing variable. So this is fine. So every time whenever you are going to use, every time we now need to copy and paste the code and pass the AE dataset, CM dataset, not like that. So we have to macrotize this program. So I'll show you how to macrotize this program and how to use this program to all the domains. Okay. So here, what are the common variables? So first you can write the macro and give the macro name. Percentage macro. Okay. So the macro name I am giving SDTM underscore some subdata set. Okay. So here I am calling the macro variable called data. Okay. So here this was the common. So I am giving ampersand data dot 0. Okay. So anyway, we are going to call this SDTM dataset and this is the dataset. Okay. So here I am giving SDTM dot data. Okay. After that one, sorting the dataset. So ampersand data dot 0. Okay. And supplementary dataset also, sub is the common and A is the dataset name. So sub ampersand data and supplementary this one ampersand data 0. Okay, so here the AE also common. So ampersand data dot sequence. Okay, so this is a common, and this one also sub ampersand data dot 0. Okay, so next one is transposing the data, the same data set. So copy it, paste it here and here. Instead of this one, ampersand data dot. Okay, so whenever the data set name is, so I am replacing with the macro variable name, so that whenever we are passing any other data set also, so that will going to replace here. Okay, so ampersand data dot sequence. Okay, so we are going to merge ampersand data dot 0 with t underscore supplementary ampersand data dot 0. Okay, after that one, end the macro. So here also ampersand data dot sequence. Okay, so percentage m end, and calling the macro is, what is the macro we are calling? Percentage sgtm underscore sub. Which data set we are calling? So data equal to AE data. So check once again. So here search AGT supplementary data equal to, so data and data. So here the A sequence ampersand data dot sequence, and after that one supplementary domain data sequence, and here also ampersand data sequence. So here the data set name is, finally you can give ampersand data. Okay, so if you want to see the macro debugging options, you can write options mprint mlogic and symbol. So whenever you are executing any standard macros or any created macro, just you can write this patch of code, so that you know that the macro debugging options will, any error or warning, any comments are there, so it will show you. So I am passing the AE dataset now. So here log showing no errors, no warning. It is perfectly executed. Okay. So if you want to call another any data set, so you can simply call the data set name. So if you want to add the supplementary of DM or AE or SCR, any data set, you can simply calling this one. Okay, so this is fine. But actually the problem when it was occurred, if the supplementary data set was not present for the particular data set, so how can you handle in that cases? Okay, every time we are not going to check whenever the data is refreshed, we are not going to check whether the data set, supplementary data set are not present. So that is not, giving a headache, right? So here, if you see the data, CM data set is present, but there is no supplementary CM. In that cases, how do you handle? So this is the actual question for the 36 question. The interview people will ask you. So you can macrotize it to the program. So that is a fine. That is a good thing. But how can you handle if the supplementary data set is not present? How can you handle by using this macro? Okay. So the standard macro you can use for any data set. So that will data set is there and supplementary data set there, both transposing and merging and giving the data set at the initial step. Okay. So here, for example, if you directly calling the CM dataset, okay, without supplementary dataset is present. So if you are calling the CM, so log showing some errors because supplementary dataset is not present. So in that cases, how can we handle, I'll show you. Just, changing one thing here. So here the supplementary data set we are picking, right? So from here. So I'm just writing parse. So for example, if the data set has no observations, okay, so for example, if we are after applying the main condition, so you are getting 0 observation. So in that cases, how you are going to handle it in the prop report? So how can you generate the report or RTF or PDF with 0 observation? Okay, how to write the dynamic code for that one? So sometimes it may getting the 0 observation, sometimes it may having the observation, because if the data is going to update, so first you have a 0 observation, later you going to having the observation. So how to write the dynamic code for handling both the scenarios? Okay, so 0 observation data set program. Okay, so now for example, data equal to AE1 set SGTM dot. So for example, the data set AE1 and SGTM dot AE underscore DEM. Okay. So if you are applying the condition as per your listing or table, so if you are AESR, serious adverse events only, if they are asking. So if you run this one, okay, see. So for example, if as per the listings, okay, as per the listing, so if they are asking only the serious adverse events, so if you filter that condition, getting only the 0 observation. So in that scenario, how can we handle it in the report? Okay, so you have to write the dynamic code here also, because sometimes the observations may present and sometimes the data is going to update. So it was not, the observations are present, may or may not present in the data set. So you have to write the data set. So in future, if the data set is going to update with the serious adverse event, that time you can find the observation. So if you are directly writing the 0 observation proc report, so whenever the observations also present, it will show only 0 observation. So how to write the dynamic code for that one? First, just if they are asking in the listing, for example, two variables. Okay, so AE2, so AE1. Okay, so they are asking only the two variables. For example, q sub JID and AETA. So they want to list out only these two variables. Okay, if the data is there, so we have to represent these two variables. If the data is not the variable, so if the data is not available at 0 observation, we can report 0 observations in the proc report. Okay, so here AE2. Now just count the observations. How many observations are present, whether it was a 0 or greater than the 0. So for that purpose, so proc SQL, so no print, select count of star means how many observations. So I am giving as a macro variable assignment. So I am giving number of observations. Okay, NBR OBS, I am creating some macro variable name like this from AE2 dataset. Okay, so you can check the macro variable observations by using percentage put NBR underscore OBS. So it will show you how many observations are there in this data set. Okay. If you run and see, so there is a how many observations here showing 0 observations. So we have to just convert into the macro variable how many observations. If the observations are present in this data after this filter, so it will give how many observations are present. Okay, number of observations. So after that one, you can macrotize the program. Okay, so percentage macro. So macro name is no OBS. Okay, number of observations like that. So I can give this like this. So after that one, percentage if, for example, percentage if this macro variable means this macro variable. Okay, so it is a equal to 0 number. Question is next question number, how to apply the imputation rule. Imputation rule. So you have to write the dynamic code for this imputation rules also, because whenever the data is refreshing, the time sometimes you may get the partial dates and sometimes impartial dates you have seen in your data. So how to handle that one? So the statistician clearly mentioned the rules and regulations how to handle the imputation rules in the SAP document. As per that one, we have to write our code, and we are not looking the data. We have to write the code as per the SAP. After that one, we can check with the data whether it was populated in the right way or not. Because if the present data is having no partial date, but in future you may get the partial dates, right? So for that purpose, you have to write the dynamic code. I'll show you how to write the dynamic code. So what is the complete date? So here they are, if they are asking only the date part imputation. So if you see the SAP document, they will mention like this. If missing day, how can we handle? If the missing day and month, how to handle? If the missing day or month and year, how to handle? They will written in the SAP document. Based upon this document, we have to write our code. So the first one, so I am giving as a data some ADAE1. Okay, so set AE1. So I am keeping the only few variables here. So we are going to handle the adverse event start date and adverse event end date. So just I am running and see. So you can directly take the ADTM AE dataset also. So in the ADA dataset, you can see each and every subject, the treatment start date and treatment end date, and this is the AE term. And here you can see the AE start date. Some this having only the year, and this having a year and month, and day is missing, and this has completed. Okay, so in the scenario and in this scenario, how to handle and how to impute the data and what are the variables we need to create in the Adam level. So here in date also some other partial dates are available. So how to handle this partial date dynamically means how to write the code, dynamic code for all these things. Okay, so first what we do is input dates. Okay, so first you have to separate it out into three parts. One is year part, one is month part, another one is date part. Okay, so if length of this AE STDTC so greater than or equal to 10 means if it is a complete date, year part is present, month part is present, as well as day part also present. So in that case, so separate it out in the three parts. First one is AST year part. Okay, so year part I am stripping the and subtracting the ASTDTC number 1 comma 4. So if it is containing the time part also, so we can use this one because if the time part is present for the particular adverse event, so ASTDTC containing both the date and time part. Even though we are picking from the first word to fourth word, fourth letter means only 4 letter, that is year part. Okay, year part is separated and assigned to AESTYY year part and AEST month part. Okay, so month part, for example, the date is like this 2020. So for example, 5th month and date 10. So we are picking only 4 letter words was into this year and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. From the 6 to 2 letters we have assigned to the month part. Okay, from the starting position is 6 and how many letters you have to read? 2 letters, means 2 digits or 2 letters. Okay, so the next one AEST, the date part. Okay, so the date part from the 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9th position to 2 letters. Okay, so this is the way to separate it out the all 3 categories. Okay, so after that one, so if it is a partial date, for example 2020, if there is only 5, in that cases, okay, so just give this one and write this one. What is this length? 4, 2 and 1 dash, total 7. So if it is equal to 7, okay, so that time this should be the date, should be the date part should be the missing. Okay, only the year part and month part is present. So after that one, only the year part is present, means only the 2020 is present. Okay, AESTDT column only 2020 is present. In that cases, if it is only the 4, so that time this month part also we can give as a missing. Okay, so we are separated out the AESTDTC, AESTDTC, okay, into 3 parts. Okay, just run and check. In the log, no errors and warnings. In the ADAE1, so here you can see just I am keeping only the AESTDTC and the 3 newly created variable AESTDY. And so here you can see I am divided into 3 parts, 2019, 5th month and 20 day. This is a year part, this is a month part, and this is a date part. Only the year is present, only the year YY only present, MM and DD was missing. In case this one 2019 month and this one. Okay, so all these variables are in a character format. Okay, so after that one, do the same thing for AE and DTC also. We are going to handle the adverse event start date as well as adverse event end date imputations also, right? So the question is treatment emergent adverse event flag. TRT EMFL. So our next question is question number 39. So how to write the programming for the treatment emergent adverse event? If you see the treatment emergent flag, the definition they are showing in the SAP document. So treatment emergent adverse events and non-TEAs, those occurring prior to the administration of study medication, are those first occurred prior to the study drug administration and did not worsen in frequency or severity as be listed. So if you see carefully, so most of the programmers what they do is understanding. So they will handle only the first case. So and they don't know how to handle the second scenario. So here you can see the treatment emergent AEs is those occurring prior to the administration of study medication, or those first occurred prior to the study drug and did not worsen cases. Also we can consider as it is a treatment emergent flag. How to write this code? Okay, so up to now we created ADAE, so we can start this one. So data ADAE2 set ADAE1. Okay, the first condition itself showing if it is non-missing of the ASTDT. Just now we created the complete date of adverse event started at ASTDT and TRT SGT, treatment started, both are numeric, and treatment ended. So what are the variables I am using? All the variables are in a numeric format, because mathematical calculation and any derivation we use the numeric version variables. Okay, so and everything is non-missing, and this treatment started should be this adverse event started should be present between the treatment start and treatment end. Okay, this adverse event start date should be present between the treatment start date and treatment end date. So as per the criteria, if they are adding some plus 30 also, you can add. So the adverse event start date above or on the day or above the treatment start date, and it was below the treatment end date plus 30. For example, today is the treatment end date, so adding the 30 days. So adding the 30 days before also, after also each start date occur, we can consider that as treatment emergent AE. So TRT EMFL equal to 1. Okay. So else if, for example, if the end date is missing, TRT EDT missing. Okay, and the start date, adverse event start date is present, and treatment start date also present. Okay, and this treatment start date greater than or equal to, means the adverse event start date greater than or equal to this treatment start date. Then also we can consider the TRT EMFL equal to 1. Just I am running and check. So now we can see so these many adverse event has treatment emergent adverse events. Okay, some are missing. So we need to check the first condition was done. So every programmer has written in this way only. So treatment emergent is non-treatment emergent. Those occurring prior to administration or study medication, those occurring, or those first occurred prior to the study drug and did not the worsen in the frequency or severity. Okay, so adverse event is happening between the treatment start date and 30 days of treatment end date. Also, we can consider as a treatment emergent AE. Otherwise, the adverse event is start date greater than treatment start date, in which cases end date is not present. In that cases, adverse event start date is greater than the treatment start date. So also we can consider treatment emergent. Treatment emergent nothing but that is emerged from the treatment. By using the treatment only, we can assume that this adverse event has happened. So the first condition is done. So how to write the second case code, like if it is occurred before the treatment and whether it is getting worsen or not. So first the headache is mild before taking the treatment. Okay, so after the taking the treatment, the headache was moderate or severe, so the frequency was increasing. In that cases, these adverse event also we can call it as treatment emergent. So how to write programming for that one? So most of the programmers are facing challenges for this one. So I'll write the code and show you. Okay, so I'm creating some ADAE3 data set ADAE2 data set with question. As per you, some of our subscriber only ask this question. So what is the proc print to? Okay, proc print to related question. So whenever you have to export your log or export your output, so .lst file, you have to write the proc print to. So proc print to nothing but, so just you can mention the at the starting position of the which log you want to print. So we are running this one, right? So all this program. So what we do is, so at the insert step itself, you can write the proc print to. So from here onwards, we want to print the log. Okay. So first you can mention the file name. So for example, this file name is AE file name. So you can give the path. So you can give some XX path where you have to send your this log. So give this particular log name. So log name. So if you want to export LST file, you can give the LST file. Okay. So after that one, you can mention the proc